This is fat, and this is what we want to reduce. Most fat loss stalls not because of willpower or because of laziness. It stalls because we're not following a structured and consistent plan. What I do with clients when they're coming to me and their goal is fat loss is I first want to look at their diet, and I first want to make sure that they're actually consuming enough calories in the first place. A lot of people will get it in their mind that, oh, I just need to go as low of calories as possible. And sure, that works for the first 2 to 3 weeks, but then that ends up with metabolic fatigue, that ends up with kind of starvation syndrome where your body's actually retaining more of the fat. It creates this whole cortisol issue. It creates a lot of issues. So the first thing that we need to do before we can look at losing fat is we need to establish a baseline first. So that comes by tracking what you're eating for at least 2 weeks, keeping your activity pretty similar for those 2 weeks, and kind of seeing where your maintenance is at in terms of your total calories, your macros, all of that type of stuff. From there, we want to make small changes over time to elicit big results. So the first step that I always do for clients when they're coming to me for fat loss is I'll take their baseline diet, whatever they're maintaining their body weight at, and I'll just drop it by 300 to 500 calories. I'll do that for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then I'll keep them on the same diet, but I'll incorporate more cardiovascular or more output in terms of energy and just movement throughout the day. So that could be either aiming for a higher step count per day. So instead of, let's say, doing 6,000 steps per day, you're now doing 8,000 steps per day. It could be saying, hey, I'm going to go walk on a treadmill 3 times per week for 30 minutes. It could be any of those types of things, but it's building up something that's going to keep you moving and keep those calories coming down from the energy output that you're going to be pushing out. Then we just repeat that process. So we do that for 2 to 3 weeks. We then drop calories again for 300 to 500 calories. And then we do that for 2 to 3 weeks. And then we bring up more cardio, so on and so forth. But all of this goes back to the structure that we had at the beginning. And if you don't have that structure at the beginning, what happens is you're just going to be like, oh, I need to cut calories. And then you remove, 1,200 calories and you lose, let's say 5 pounds over 2 weeks. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is working. And then next thing you know, you're not losing any more fat. You feel terrible. Your sleep is starting to get affected. You're in a poor mood because no one wants to be eating, 800 calories a day. It's a slow, systematic approach to slowly burn and bring off that body fat. It doesn't need to be anything drastic. It doesn't need to be anything experimental or anything crazy. The greatest progress is always found in the basics, but it's found in doing the basics consistently. That's what's going to keep your fat loss progress consistent over a period of time so that you're losing, 1 to 2 pounds every week for 16 to 20 weeks versus losing 5 pounds over 2 weeks and then not losing another pound and just feeling miserable for the next 2 months. Another thing that's super important when it comes to fat loss is looking at sleep. If your sleep's not dialed in, you are fighting uphill and the hill's covered in baby oil. You've got to take the time to make sure that your sleep's dialed in because the sleep is where you're going to actually recover. And remember, if you're in low calories because you're trying to cut body fat, your body's going to be struggling with recovery to begin with. Now, you can consume a lot of protein and that's definitely going to help. But if you're not giving your body time to recover and rebuild itself through the process of sleep, you're going to end up in a position where you're just overworked. Your cortisol is going to start to dump. Your testosterone is going to start to come down. All these hormonal shifts are going to start to occur. And there's nothing worse than someone that's putting in 6 hours a week of cardio and eating 800 calories and doing all these really extreme things, but then not seeing any of the results for it. So that's my goal as a health coach, to get people to do the minimal amount of effort for the maximal amount of results and repeat that process over time in such a way that we're able to get consistent results for a long period of time. And then we're able to go through phases where we can do a cut for 8 weeks. We can do a maintenance phase for 6 weeks. We can do a cut for 8 weeks. And then that way you never feel like you're doing anything too hard, too aggressive, or too long. The biggest takeaway today is this: you want to be able to do the least to get the most. And in order to do that, you need to establish a baseline. You need to make small tweaks. You need to find what works for your body. You need to have a coach that you can work with that can hold you accountable. You need to check your labs to make sure that your hormones aren't fluctuating or changing negatively based off the diet that you're doing. You need to make sure that your sleep's good. And all together, this is going to coalesce into the perfect opportunity or the perfect storm where you're going to achieve your goals and not only achieve them, but feel great while achieving them.